on stage, we're not full of the words. We'll welcome now on the stage to talk about all the work he's been doing, Mr. Ali Hamidi. Nice one. So,
are we on?
Yeah, we're on. Let's have a chat. Hang on, I've got microphones everywhere. Too many microphones.
Oh, you're pleased to see me.
So, wow, it's been a roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah, last 2 years since the Big Fish Off came out has flown by, because that inspired the birth of Monster Carp, really, and that came out of that. There's one of the guests from the Big Fish Off.
Come and say hello. Hey, don't run away. Come and say hello. He's gone. Where is he?
He was calling me a bender.
But yeah, that was one of our Towie mates.
It was, yeah. Ricky from Towie. Yeah.
Where's he gone? Anyway,
he's hidden now, so he might get it back. Yeah, ever since that came to birth, we were actually going to do the next series of Thinking Tackle. It was going to be the 10th series, and I said to Dan, I think we should do all these abroad and celebrate carp fishing internationally. And then when the Big Fish Off did so well the first year, I wrote a treatment, an idea of a show which sort of, celebrated carp and how far they've come from when the Romans stopped them and everything else like that. Took it to ITV, and luckily they had a little chew on the idea. They thought it was quite good. They weren't convinced doing a show on one species could last. But if I'm honest, I think they actually like it more than the Big Fish Off now. I do. As a species, it's the most exciting to catch. They're the most readily available. You're catching a big fish and they're out there in abundance, and it's right across Europe. And I think, in England, we fish for them for pleasure. In the landlocked countries in Eastern Europe, they're fishing for them for food, And a 5 to 10 pounder is fish and chips for them on a Friday night.
Just down there on occasion.
Actually, I get sometimes people send me pictures like from Tesco's or something, and they're like, "There's a carp on the counter," and they're actually horrified. But at the end of the day, it's just another fish, isn't it?
Well, that's why they were brought here in the first place. It was food, and we've chased them for sport now, which is brilliant. And it's just the education process of splitting the two. But look, let's not go down the political route. Let's celebrate everything about what is good about carp fishing, and one of them is this. Now, I'd like to talk specifically about Monster Carp.
Yeah.
Been all over the world. The last series was absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Really, personally, I'd like to say I really enjoyed it. It hit the nail on the head. I thought the Japanese one was great. In particular, that was one of my favourite ones. And it's lovely to see lads going out and enjoying the fishing, because it's bringing across not just carp, but why we go, why we enjoy it, all sorts of bits and bobs. But you do have the odd adventure as well, don't you?
Yeah, I mean that Japan show that we did in the first series, that was the last show we filmed, but it was the first show that went on air because ITV played it out in the order that they thought was best, and that actually formed the template for the new series. So wherever we go, when we pick a country that we're going to fish, you don't just think about the fishing, you think about what else there is to do there to make it interesting television. So, for example, we just come back from South Africa. We haven't got a trailer for that. We've got the other shows to show you, but because it was so soon, we haven't managed to do it. But there, you obviously had the safari side of it, which was just unbelievable. We actually said that was the first time we went to a country where we weren't even thinking about the fishing side. It's like, oh yeah, whatever about that lake. I want to see a giraffe. So it was unbelievable to go there, and we finished that show shark diving, and almost the carp fishing just sort of blends into an incredible trip. So the adventure and the cultural side of going to the places is what makes each show different and unique, and the carp are a part of the story. It's why we've ultimately gone there, but it's as much about getting absorbed into the frolics that you can enjoy in each country.